What's up, nerds? Phoenix from Phoenix TV here. Last week you saw me build my cakery. It was pretty freaking awesome. This week I'm not going to do anything quite as big, but they're going to be just as useful. So I'm looking forward to making some really technical things. Finally actually use some of my redstone. Anyway, I'm going to start gathering some of my redstone resources and whatever else I'm going to need, and then I will commence to building. Okay, first things first. You obviously heard me mention that I built my cakery last week. I added some windows. I think it looks better like that. And my sign. And then inside I added some tables and chairs, I guess. I don't know, the little aesthetic things that I think help the design. Anyway, what I'm looking to do today involves taking down my sugarcane farm again. Because I'm going to build an automatic sugarcane farm thing. As much as I wish I could claim it was me, I'm not that wise with redstone to come up with something like this. So there'll be a link in the description below to another guy's channel named Mumbo. That guy is a redstone genius. And this design is pretty much a direct ripoff of his. So if you want to copy it, he does great tutorials. He'll walk you through exactly how to do it the right way. Okay, as it turns out, I'm going to try and give you a quick explanation of what's going on here. The idea is that these sugarcane will have pistons behind them that will automatically push out the second level of sugarcane as soon as it grows. It's based on what is referred to as a bud switch. I don't fully understand it myself, but I've seen it work, so I'm going to take their word for it. These guys really know what they're talking about, and that it'll be really handy when it comes to not having to constantly look for sugarcane. Okay, I've got all this centered off. Hopefully it should work relatively well once I finish getting the last little bits in. I think the main thing I need is to get in some, are there 2 repeaters and then 2 redstone blocks. And otherwise, that's pretty much it for this first one. It's really simple to build. I built it before, but for someone who's as inept as I kind of am when it comes to redstone, I really couldn't be much happier at how easy it is to build. Okay, I'm going to put in this repeater, and that should set up this side to where if anything comes up, this will fire. And just as a proof of, well, let me go ahead and put another layer on this side before I fire it, because I imagine this can get a little haywire if I'm not careful. Anyway, let's go ahead and put this repeater in, and it should, if I've followed this design right, it should fire. Maybe. Maybe not. Jesus. Alright, so I just needed the one to set it off. And then that automatically pushes everything into there, and then the sugarcane should get pushed in. And that's simple enough, and it'll do it on both sides if they'll ever grow, which will look something like this. Yeah, like that. And it'll do that automatically. I don't have to touch it. I don't have to tell it to do anything. I'll just have to come back here, open this chest, and pull out my sugarcane. Just need to make sure it works on the other side. It does. Let's build up the retaining wall, and we will call that one finished. There we go. If I'm not mistaken, that should set up an automatic, automatic sugarcane farm thing. Hopefully I'll be able to check back at the end of this episode and see a whole bunch of sugarcane. If I don't, well, I just wasted a bunch of time. But just for the record, I have 6 right now. Okay, the next design I'm going to go for is another mumbo jumbo design because it's just His designs are really good. And this one is a cow farm? I guess it'd be considered a farm. Anyway, the basic idea is that cows will be suspended in this thing, and then you can breed them, and then they will get cooked once they hit of age. It's really kind of dark, and Peter's going to hate this episode, but you know, whatever you need to do to make sure design works. Yeah, guys, my sincerest apologies that I'm not talking more, and this is probably going to end up being a really short episode. I'm getting a lot done. It's just that there's not a lot I can say while I'm following someone else's tutorial on how to build these things, because I can't memorize these things at all, and these guys are really, really good at what they do. So yeah, this is probably going to be a short one. Apologies. Oh god, really? You suck. Where did you come from? I hate creepers. I don't even know where that came from. As the night sets on yet another almost silent day, I believe most of the way done with the cow farm. There's just a lot of redstone wiring at this point, and I'm really, really bad at that. So I'm trying to follow a step-by-step tutorial, which I'm not doing bad at, other than a creeper blowing up and having to redo part of it. But it's just, you know, following instructions, which I can do, but it's just kind of slow, kind of quiet. Okay, I think I finally got it. If I did this design right, this one should make water that then retracts, and this one, which pours water out of everywhere. That's nice. Let's try that again. This one should pour water and then go away. And this one should pulse lava. Cool. Okay, so I tried to protect this side. I'm concerned that it'll break the redstone, so let me give it one more test. This is water that I can make go away. And then lava pulse. Nothing appears to be broken. So now I can work on leading in the cows. Won't be easy, but hopefully they're a little smarter than sheep. It's incredibly questionable because they didn't fall into that 1 by 1, so maybe I can push them into this 2 by 1. Perhaps, possibly. There we go. There's you, kind of. Don't know what you did there, but we'll try it again. That's one in the hole. Now, more sheep, more cows. Okay, it may take some egging on, wink, but I'm pretty sure I got the basic design down. Now I just got to get more cows into that top part, which is really hard since they don't fall into a 1 by 1 hole, it doesn't seem. So, all I really have to go on is that it does seem to work. See? Okay, and one last building. And I have to figure out a good place for it, because this thing, if running optimally, is loud. Really, really annoying to try and listen to. So I have to get creative with how to make this thing work. Oh yeah, I completely failed to mention. This is the stone generator as designed by Devilman from our own Phoenix TV, which will also have a link in the description to that pretty cool video where he explains exactly how to do it. Okay. So, this makes up the clock part that makes this thing pulse. So that way whenever the stone gets pushed out, it'll come on through. However, it is kind of annoying to listen to, so I'm not going to make you sit through that. I think the last thing to do is to put in the ingredients. Let's see, that makes smooth stone. Now, if we do this right, this clock will start pushing it. And then it'll keep making infinite amount of... Sweet. There we go. And this is expandable up until this can push out further. And this will start pushing out to the water, but... Yay! I've got the stone generator. Now if I just had a silk touch pickaxe, this would work a little better. But anyway, that is the stone generator. I will go sleep, and then I will show you the other two. Then we have the cow farm, which once this thing gets some more cows up there, I'll be able to breed them. The little cows will run down here, and when they get old, they'll face an unfortunate end. And then their remains will pop out into this chest, including leather and cooked steak. So that's going to be quite useful, especially considering the library is not full, and leather's hard to come by, in all honesty. So... the advantageous thing to add to that is a sugar cane farm, which I can't tell has been working at all, to be perfectly honest. But one can... well, there you go, it just fired. The big thing to see how effective it is it started at 6 whenever I started this episode, and it is now at 50. Fantastic. Wait for it. 51. Okay, well, yeah, there you go. 51. So yeah, during this whole episode, I've gotten 40 some odd more of these while not doing anything. So yeah, I'm pleased with how well that thing's working. Obviously, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but the amount of time that I actually need sugarcane, not incredibly often. So with the speed this thing goes, I figure it'll be able to keep up and then some with any needs I might have of it. So with that, I will wrap up this week of not a lot of talking, but a lot of building and really cool redstone machinery. Special thanks again to Mumbo for Mumbo Jumbo, I guess. I don't know him personally, but to Mumbo Jumbo for his sugarcane farm and cow farm design, which I'm sure will pay incredibly high dividends in the hopefully very near future. And then once again, a shout out to Big Tony and his stone generator. It is an amazing piece of something, which is already maxed out. See, the guy is pretty big talent, not gonna lie. Anyway, this has been Phoenix from Phoenix TV, here with Minecraft, and I will see you next week.